Hey folks, 8 o'clock Sunday morning, and I'm heading out for a ride of my own today. I'm heading up to Port Wakefield on the bitumen today. I've done all the dirt between there and Port Wakefield, and then cut across to Clare, and then Clare back through to, I suppose, Gale, something like that. I would expect the roads to be all easy roads, maybe a bit wet with all the rain we've had. We'll just have to wait and see. It's a fresh old morning. It's only at single digits. It's cold for Adelaide, and I'm rugged up. I've got about 6 layers on, so I'll be able to strip off later, but I'm nice and toasty warm now. All right, well, let's get cracking. Yeah, as mentioned, heading up to Port Wakefield. So it's more of just a bit of a scenic tour today, showing areas that I haven't been into. I've been to Clare plenty of times, but that patch of area between Port Wakefield and Clare, I haven't really been in there, certainly not on the dirt roads. Good pub there on the left, Hilton Hotel. They do apparently good vegan meals. Can't say I've tried their vegan option. Always have a schnitzel when I go there. But yeah, no, apparently they have a good vegan range. Vegans are more than happy to head in there for a feed. She's from this point going forward 80k up to the highway limit of 110 to Port Wakefield. So we'll see you in Port Wakefield. Right, coffee's done. All right, Port Wakefield. Yeah, now I'll head out just north of Port Wakefield a bit, and on the Yorks Road to Wallaroo, whatever you call it, and then I'll turn east and head on the dirt towards Clare Valley. Righto folks, I'm on the dirt, and as I said, they're going to be easy dirt roads today. And the dirt component of this ride actually starts here, right out the front of these chicken star lugs. So have a look at all these things. Check out all the chicken things. So that's chickens, but what's in there? Is that chickens for eggs or chickens to eat? There's a lot. Can you hear that wind? It is blowing a gale. Hello cows. Yeah, those poor chickens. Yeah, they lead a horrendous life in those sheds, I reckon. But I suppose, what do we do? I guess the vegans are doing their bit and bring their argument forward why it shouldn't exist. I don't mind a egg and bacon sandwich, I must say, but I get their point of view. So they'll keep pushing, and I guess life will evolve, so will food choices. Yeah, beautiful road. So yeah, behind me is the Yorks. And now I'm heading east to the Clare Valley. I actually thought the road I'd picked wasn't one of these clay roads. I deliberately tried to avoid these, but obviously I haven't. Slippery, slippery. Someone's been through here, look at that. Yeah, this road is actually marked as a good quality dirt road, where the one down lower is marked more of a four-wheel drive track, so that's the one I wanted to avoid. Yeah, it's slippery. What's the best way to go, folks? I don't really want to have to go through that because I'll be stuck for sure. I mean, if you're on a trip and you have to go through that, you go through it, but I don't need to have to go through it today, so I'm going to bloody avoid it. If I can, which I can, we'll just head up through here. And we're off. Yeah. Alright, I reckon I'll shut up for the time being until I get some kind of different terrain. This is actually quite wet. It's surprising underneath, you can feel it. Yeah, until I get some different, more interesting terrain. That's about all you get out here. Is the flat stuff. Yeah, I've only been gone 10 or 15 minutes along this dirt road, which stretches for some way. And it's changed already. It's gone from that sort of salt bush, almost, I don't know, they don't put crops out there on that road, but suddenly it's just all crops. And in the distance you can see the Clare Valley over there. Bloody early start again today. I don't know who else has got cats in their household, but we've got these two bloody Burmese cats. One's a big solid thing, she's about 5 kilo, and the other one's 4 kilo, and they have to eat anywhere between 5:30 and 6 in the morning. If they don't, they'll die of starvation. And I'm they know I'm a soft target, and I'll get up every time and feed them, whether I'm ready or not. They bloody jump on top of you, so they jump up on you. You don't get up, so they get excited, they jump on the floor, and then you don't get up, they keep jumping on you until you get up. So you get up and feed them, and then they go straight back to bed. See the swan? Oh look, there's a little yellow turtle thing. Right, I've just reached, this is what I'm using for navigation, Clare Valley in the southern Flinders Ranges. Challenging in this wind, but I've worked out where I'm going. I'm up here somewhere and I'm heading over there. So I have passed so many fantastic little dashed roads that are dry weather roads, and you look down them and they're just a quagmire, so I'm not going down them today, but on a dry day, gee crikey, you could make a good loop. Yeah, some of the dry weather roads only. I've deliberately avoided them because that very first one was not a dry weather road. And this is, yeah, look at this. See, this is not a dry road. This is a good quality dirt road, and I'm being confronted with this sort of slop all the time. So, so the other roads would be, while they would be a lot of fun, I would suspect, I don't need to be going through all that clay rubbish today. These are pretty good when they're wet, they've got a firm base. But those unmade sort of dry roads, they don't want people on them wrecking them, so I'm not going to add to it. But on a dry day, I'll have to come back and make a decent loop now that I've got a rough idea where I'm going. There's literally roads crisscrossing everywhere through here, and you could take whatever way you wanted. Right, I'm getting closer. The hills are just over there now. I don't know how many k's that'll be, I wouldn't have a clue. But this little road's, well, it's just a bit smaller. And I only just turned the camera on. But back there are a couple of, almost if it was dry, they'd be little sand sections. It's like going over a little sand dune. Everyone else has been. slippery, slippery, slippery. Slippery. Not through that, folks. Yeah, here's one of these little sort of sand sections I was talking about. So in summer it'll be probably sandy through here. I think it'll stick to the right. It's pretty good. Don't worry, it's not as bad as that last one. Right, I'm just coming into a place called Kaibunga. I have never been here or never heard of it. I'm here at the post office. Get a load of that. How cool's that? Right, so I'm here at this lookout. So yeah, that's where I came from, right over there. Across the plains. How far was that? 90k. That was zigzagging all over the place, not direct. Alright, so yeah, we're up in the Clare Valley. Grapes everywhere, but not a grape to be seen. Oh yeah, up on the hill there's some grapevines. There comes a bloody motorhome. Couple of old codgers out and about. Cooking there, whatever they cook in those things. Good show that. So from memory, this should take me right into the middle of Clare. Have lunch. And then it'll be time, I reckon, to hit the blacktop and head on home. Okay, well that's Clare done and dusted. Finished up having just what I brought with me after all. That's so exciting anyway. Right, coming through Auburn. Check out this cool bridge. Okay, I've turned off the main Adelaide-Clare road onto this dirt road, and I'm heading to a place I saw on the map I've never been to. I don't know what it is. Called Salter Springs, and there's a signpost back there for it. So this will cut through now to Owen and then Malala, so I'll come into Adelaide that way. Guess I go down here, do I? Oh, I see. Salter Springs Village. Here we go. This is a place I don't think I've been to before. Owen. Silos, of course. Get in there. Right, just making my way through the back streets of Owen, and I've got 80k back to Adelaide. Collection of cars, I'll tell you. Look at the Dodge. We've got a Tirana up there, 5 litre Tirana, what a bloody ripper. A Chevy, and a beat up four-wheel drive, which is probably broken down. So who knows what the story is there. Oh, there it is. There it is, the magnificent Cooper's factory. Tell you what, we'll definitely have a Cooper's when I get home. And a few weeks back, a chap from Victoria was, him and his wife are travelling around Australia, or they're doing something. And he posted on the group, anybody want to go for a ride? And he didn't get too many takers. In fact, he got one. That was me, so I took him out for a ride. Someone did make a suggestion that he just look at the file section. There's a stack of GPX files, which really was of zero use to him because he didn't know where he was going. He said to me, you know, what's the point of that? So we had a good day. We went all the way out to the river, took him through the usual sand stuff. That was good fun. We stopped at Swan Reach Hotel for a beer, and he ordered some bloody Carlton draft, and of course I had a Cooper's Pale Ale. He came back to the table and said, this will have to be yours, this murky looking stuff. And I said, well, that's because Coopers make their beer with this Murray water. We're sitting right on the edge of the river, unfiltered Murray water. I'm not quite sure if he believed me or not. Depending on what happens, Old Eyre Creek is still flooded, so while you can travel into the Simpson, you can't do a complete crossing of the traditional French and QAA line. You can certainly go all the way out to the Eyre Creek from Mount Dare, but you've got to be able to get back. So that might happen. I'm not sure what's going to happen there, if the Simpson will get done this year. But I got a friend who's just bought a new bike, a KTM 500, and he's pretty keen to go to Goog's track. So if the Simpson doesn't happen, or even if it does happen, I think we're heading over to Goog's track in August. That should be a bit of fun. And what else? The odd day ride, I suppose. Yeah, so that's what's in the pipeline there. A few more trips, Goog's in August, or the Simpson, or both. Maybe the Flinders. I know, the last piece of dribble before I get home is you got to help me out. The wife has lost her job. She's not working anymore. The only income in the house is me, and the only income I get is YouTube. Oh crikey, what's going on here? Come on, mate. Yeah, so come on, you got to subscribe. I'm an aging Aussie bogan with no income. You got to help me out. Un-Australian if you don't subscribe and make lots of comments. Even if you tell me the videos are shit, I don't care. Yeah, so come on, let's go. Let's get this stuff happening. Alright, well that's enough of this crapping on and rubbish for a day. Clearly I've had a good day, I've had a lot of fun. But don't we all go for a ride? That's what it's all about. It's pointless going if you're not having fun. And yeah, that's it I think. Got some good trips coming up, already talked about them. And I know there's a lot of people watch this rubbish that aren't subscribed. You know, you look at the little stats. And speaking of vegans, does anyone watch Utopia? Did anyone see that episode the other night where the girl was a vegan and she served up a BLT? Beetroot, lentils and tabbouleh. How good did that sound? I'll stick with bacon, lettuce and tomato, I reckon. Poor little piggies, but they do taste good. Alright folks, well that's it. Home for a beer. I think I've covered all the big topics. And hope you saw some tracks or roads and give you an idea of where you might want to go. So that's it. Thanks for getting, and bye for now.